The biggest chapter in Heartland history may be closer than we think. After 20 incredible seasons filled with heartbreak, love, family struggles, and unforgettable moments, Heartland Season 20 is preparing to take fans on an emotional journey that could change everything. Amy and Nathan are finally standing at the edge of a new beginning, but will their happiness last? Will the ranch that has held generations of memories continue to be their home? Or will a shocking decision force the family to start over somewhere new? And as new faces arrive and old relationships are tested, one question remains. Could Season 20 be the final goodbye to the Heartland family we have followed for so many years? Today, we are looking at everything we know about Heartland Season 20, the possible trailer reveals, the biggest storylines, the emotional moments fans are waiting for, and the surprises that could be waiting when the new season arrives. So, stay with me because some of these upcoming twists could completely change the future of Heartland Ranch. Heartland Season 20, B20, is shaping up to be one of the most important seasons in the entire series. After nearly 2 decades of storytelling, the show has reached a point where every character is carrying years of memories, losses, and lessons. The new season will not only continue the stories we already love, but it could also bring some of the biggest changes the Heartland family has ever faced. The Season 19 finale left fans with one of the most emotional moments in recent Heartland history. Nathan finally opened his heart and asked Amy the question everyone had been waiting for. After everything they had been through together, Nathan decided that he wanted a future with Amy. The proposal came as a surprise,
so your
but it also
options
felt like the
are,
natural next step for two people who slowly learned how to trust, support, and understand each other. However, the biggest question still remains. What will Amy's answer be, and what will happen after she says yes? Even though Amy's happiness was clear, her journey toward a new life will not be simple. For years, Heartland Ranch has been more than just a place for Amy. It has been her home, her connection to her past, and the place where she built her identity. But moving forward means facing the memories that still follow her. One of the biggest emotional challenges for Amy in Season 20 could be accepting that starting a new chapter does not mean forgetting the old one. The memory of Ty will always be an important part of her life, and fans know how deeply that relationship shaped who Amy became. Even after finding love again, there have been moments when the past continued to influence her choices. But Season 19 showed something different. It showed Amy slowly opening her heart again. It showed that she was no longer running away from happiness. Nathan's patience, kindness, and understanding helped Amy realize that love can return in a different form.
Article
It does not replace
out of one
what
of
came
Lou's
before,
trashy magazines,
but it can create something
or
new.
we could just.
And that could be the emotional foundation of Season 20. Amy and Nathan's relationship will likely face new challenges, not because they do not love each other, but because building a future together requires difficult decisions. Marriage, family, and a possible move away from Heartland Ranch could force Amy to decide what kind of life she truly wants. One of the biggest mysteries surrounding the new season is whether Amy and Nathan will remain at Heartland Ranch or create a new home somewhere else. During Season 19, the idea of a different ranch opportunity was introduced, and this could become a major storyline in Season 20. For Amy, leaving Heartland would never be an easy decision. The ranch carries the history of her family. It carries memories of her mother, her grandfather Jack, her childhood, and every person who helped shape her life. Walking away would feel impossible. But maybe Season 20 is not about leaving the past behind. Maybe it is about proving that family is not only about one place. Maybe Amy will discover that the spirit of Heartland can continue wherever she goes. A new ranch could represent a fresh beginning for Amy, Nathan, and Lindy. It could be a chance for them to build something that belongs completely to their new family. A place where Amy is not only remembered for her past, but where she can create a future. And there could be an even bigger surprise waiting for them. Many fans believe Season 20 could explore Amy and Nathan expanding their family. After everything they have experienced, a new baby could become one of the most emotional storylines of the season. Watching Nathan step into a bigger family role while Amy experiences motherhood again in a completely different stage of her life could create some unforgettable moments. Nathan has already shown how much he cares about Amy and Lindy. He has worked hard to earn their trust and become someone they can depend on. A new addition to their family could finally complete the future he has always wanted. But while Amy and Nathan prepare for a possible new beginning, other relationships around Heartland Ranch are also changing. The The complicated situation between Katie, Dex, and River is another storyline that could bring unexpected drama in Season 20. After the emotional ups and downs of Season 19, many fans are wondering whether the love triangle is truly over or if there are still hidden feelings waiting to come out. Katie has spent a lot of time trying to understand what she wants and where she belongs. Her mistakes created tension, but they also helped her grow. Season 20 could show a more mature Katie who finally understands the consequences of her choices. But when feelings are involved, moving on is never easy. Could Katie still have feelings for Dex? Could Dex secretly feel the same way? Or will a new person enter her life and completely change everything? These questions could become some of the biggest surprises in the upcoming season. And with new characters possibly joining the Heartland world, the future of these relationships may not be as predictable as fans expect. As Season 20 begins, one thing is clear. Heartland is entering a new era. The characters we have watched grow for years are no longer the same people they were at the beginning. They are building families, making difficult choices, and discovering what truly matters. But with every new beginning comes the possibility of an ending. And that is why Season 20, though, feels so important. Because after all these years, the biggest question may not only be what happens next. The biggest question may be whether Heartland is preparing to say goodbye. As Heartland Season 20 moves forward, the biggest changes may not only come from Amy and Nathan's relationship. The entire Heartland family is entering a new stage of life, and every character has their own challenges waiting for them. After so many years of fighting for the ranch, protecting their loved ones, and overcoming painful moments, the question now becomes, what does the future look like for everyone? One character who could experience a major transformation in Season 20 is Jack Bartlett. For generations, Jack has been the heart of Heartland Ranch. He has been the person who kept the family together during difficult times, the voice of wisdom when emotions became too strong, and the person who always reminded everyone that family comes first. But after so many years of hard work, Jack may finally begin thinking about a quieter life. This does not mean Jack will completely walk away from the ranch. Heartland is part of who he is, and it is hard to imagine the ranch without him. However, Season 20 could explore Jack accepting that the next generation is ready to take more responsibility. For years, Jack has guided Amy, Lou, and the rest of the family. But now, the younger characters have grown into people who can make their own decisions. Seeing Jack step back and watch his family continue his legacy could become one of the most emotional parts of the season. At the same time, Lou Fleming will also have an important journey ahead. Lou has always been someone who wants to fix everything and take control of every situation. Her determination has helped save the ranch many times, but it has also created pressure in her personal life. Season 19 showed Lou dealing with the struggle between her responsibilities and her desire to spend more time with the people she loves. In Season 20, we could see her finally finding a better balance. Instead of carrying every problem alone, Lou may begin trusting others more. She may allow the people around her to step up and prove themselves. This could give her more time to focus on her family, her relationships, and her own happiness. But Heartland would not be Heartland without unexpected challenges. One of the most interesting possibilities for Season 20 is the future of Dex. After everything that happened with Katie and River, Dex could find himself trying to figure out what he truly wants. His relationship with River may appear stable, but hidden emotions could create new problems. Sometimes the hardest battles are not the ones we see. They are the feelings people try to hide. If Katie finally admits that she still has feelings for Dex, it could create a complicated situation. Dex has always tried to do the right thing, and that means he may choose loyalty over his own emotions. But ignoring feelings does not always make them disappear. This could lead to one of the most emotional storylines of the season. Two people who care about each other may have to accept that timing matters. Sometimes love arrives at the wrong moment, and sometimes moving forward means letting go. However, Katie's story may not end with heartbreak. Season 20 could introduce a new person who helps Katie discover a different side of herself. A new relationship could give Katie the chance to grow beyond the mistakes of her past. Instead of being remembered only for the love triangle, she could become a stronger and more independent character. The arrival of new characters has always been an important part of Heartland. Every new person brings new challenges, new friendships, and new possibilities. Season 20 could continue that tradition by introducing someone who changes the direction of several storylines. But while some characters are searching for new beginnings, others may be forced to face the past. Heartland has always been a show about healing. The characters do not simply forget their pain, they learn how to live with it. Season 20 could continue exploring that message through Amy, Jack, Lou, and the entire family. Amy's journey especially represents the heart of the series. From a young girl dealing with loss to a woman building her own family, her story has been about finding strength through difficult moments. Now, she may face one of her biggest decisions yet. Choosing between staying connected to the ranch she loves and creating a new future with Nathan could be incredibly emotional. Fans may see Amy struggle with guilt, excitement, fear, and hope all at the same time. Because leaving a place does not mean leaving the people behind. The true meaning of Heartland has never been about the land alone. It has always been about the people who make that place special. The friendships, the memories, and the love between family members are what keep the ranch alive. This could become one of the main messages of Season 20. As the characters grow older, the show may begin focusing less on survival and more on legacy. What will they leave behind? What lessons will they pass to the next generation? How will Heartland continue when the original dreamers are no longer leading the way? These questions could create some of the most emotional moments fans have ever seen. Another storyline that could bring excitement is the future of the younger generation. Characters like Katie and the others are reaching an age where they must make serious choices about relationships, careers, and their own identities. They are no longer just the children watching the adults make decisions. They are becoming the people who will shape the future of Heartland. And that could be exactly what Season 20 is about. A transition, a new generation taking over, a family learning that change does not destroy traditions, it keeps them alive. Of course, fans are also waiting for one major thing: the official trailer and sneak peek moments that reveal what surprises are coming. Every Heartland trailer has a way of creating excitement by showing emotional moments without revealing the full story. Season 20 could follow that same pattern. A short glimpse of Amy and Nathan's future, a difficult conversation at the ranch, a shocking new arrival, or a moment between family members could be enough to make fans start asking questions. Because after 20 seasons, viewers know one thing about Heartland: the biggest moments are not always the loudest ones. Sometimes, the most powerful scenes come from a simple conversation, a difficult choice, or a family member realizing that life is changing. And as Season 20 approaches, it feels like the Heartland family is standing at the beginning of their most emotional chapter yet. But the biggest mystery still remains. Will this season be a celebration of a new future, or will it become the final chapter of the story we have loved for so many years? Heartland, Season 20 could become a season filled with emotional decisions, unexpected changes, and moments that remind fans why they fell in love with this story in the first place. After 2 decades of watching the Bartlett-Fleming family grow, struggle, and overcome challenges, the new season has the opportunity to bring together everything that has made Heartland special. But one storyline that could completely change the direction of the season is the future of Amy and Nathan. Their relationship has taken years to build, and unlike many love stories that happen quickly, theirs has been about patience, understanding, and healing. Nathan did not try to erase Amy's past. He understood that she carried memories and emotions from everything she had experienced before. Instead of forcing her to move on, he gave her the time and space she needed. That patience is one of the reasons their relationship became stronger. Now, with marriage possibly ahead, Season 20 could explore what happens after the happy moment. Because getting engaged is only the beginning. A wedding brings excitement, but it also brings questions. Where will they live? How will they balance family and responsibilities? What kind of future do they want to build together? These questions could create some very emotional moments for Amy and Nathan. For Amy, the idea of creating a new home could be both exciting and frightening. Heartland Ranch has always been connected to her identity. It is where she learned about horses, where she found her purpose, and where she experienced some of the most important moments of her life. Leaving that behind would not simply be a change of location. It would feel like closing one chapter of her life. But maybe Season 20 will show that moving forward does not mean abandoning the past. Amy has always been someone who helps others heal. Through her connection with horses, she has helped people overcome fear, pain, and emotional struggles. Now, she may have to use that same strength to help herself. Building a future with Nathan could represent a new kind of healing for Amy. Instead of constantly looking back at what she lost, she could finally allow herself to fully embrace what she has gained. And Nathan could also face his own challenges. For much of his life, Nathan has had to prove himself. He entered Amy's world knowing that he would always be compared to the person who came before him. But instead of trying to replace anyone, he created his own place in Amy's life. Season 20 could show Nathan becoming even more connected to the Heartland family. His relationship with Lindy could continue to grow, showing that family is created through love and trust rather than only through blood. Seeing Nathan become a true father figure could be one of the most heartwarming parts of the season. However, Heartland has always balanced happy moments with emotional challenges. The show has never been afraid to explore difficult choices, and Season 20 will likely continue that tradition. One possible challenge could come from the changing future of Heartland Ranch itself. For years, the ranch has survived through hard work and determination. But as the world changes, the family may need to think differently about how they protect their home. Financial struggles, new opportunities, and outside pressures could create new conflicts. The question may become, how do you protect a legacy while allowing it to evolve? This is something every generation of the Heartland family has faced. Jack protected the ranch through difficult times. Tim and the others have their own connections to the land. Amy and Lou have helped carry the responsibility forward. Now, the younger generation may eventually have to decide what Heartland means to them. Another major storyline fans are curious about is Lou's future. Lou has always been ambitious. She is someone who wants to achieve more, solve problems, and create opportunities. But after years of putting everything else first, Season 20 could show Lou discovering what truly makes her happy. Maybe her biggest achievement will not be another business success. Maybe it will be finding peace. The relationship between Lou and the rest of the family could also become more important as the season progresses. After everything they have been through, the family bond remains the strongest part of Heartland. Even when they disagree, even when they make mistakes, they always find their way back to each other. That message could become especially important if Season 20 turns out to be the final season. Because if this is the last chapter, the writers will likely focus on bringing emotional closure to many characters. Fans would want to see where everyone ends up and what the future holds for the people they have followed for so long. But even if the show continues beyond Season 20, this season could still mark a major turning point. The arrival of new characters could also play a huge role in the future of the series. Every time Heartland introduces someone new, that person brings a different energy to the story. A new character could challenge old beliefs, create new friendships, or even change the direction of a major relationship. For Katie especially, a new arrival could completely transform her storyline. After everything she experienced with Dex and River, Katie needs a chance to discover who she is outside of complicated relationships. A new person entering her life could help her understand what kind of love and future she truly wants. But the biggest question is whether old feelings will stay buried. Because Heartland has shown many times that emotions do not simply disappear. Characters can try to move on, but sometimes the past finds a way to return. The situation between Katie, Dex, and River could become one of the most unpredictable parts of Season 20. Even if everyone tries to move forward, one honest conversation could change everything. A confession, a misunderstanding, a moment of weakness, any of these could create new drama. But compared to previous seasons, Season 20 may focus more on emotional growth rather than constant conflict. The characters have already faced so many storms. Now, they may finally be ready for a calmer chapter.